Hi everyone. I hope and I pray that you're well. In light of Dr. Bonnie Henry's announcement earlier today, I just wanted to give you a little bit of an update for our church. Um, so you probably know that in response to the current spike in COVID cases in our province has ordered that there be no in-person gatherings at places of worship until at least December 7th, and possibly longer. That means for us, for the Terrace CRC, that we're going to stop our in-person worship gatherings. There's going to be no gatherings in the building for prayer or for meetings or for Bible study until those orders change. Now, I don't know about you, I find that all quite disappointing. I'm not going to lie. Here you see me standing outside my office. I've got this little sticky note on my office door. I don't know if you can read it from where you are, so I'll just bring it a little closer. It says, I'm in a Zoom meeting, and I really don't like putting this cheesy note on my door. Not only because some people, Bev, some people think that it's just an invitation to jump in and knock on my door and move into the room to crash the meeting, but I don't like it because I'd way rather meet in person. And I think in various ways we are all experiencing COVID fatigue. And I'm certainly no exception to that. But the way we talk about this, I think, is important. So I think we need to insist on correct language, and that is to not say, or maybe to say, that the church is not closed, right? I like the way a colleague put it. He said, God is not in isolation. The church is still very much alive and well and open in that sense. Yeah, we're going to have to do some more meetings on Zoom and our services online. And sadly, the Sunday school that met last week for the first time in a long time, there's a vibrancy and an energy, a great start. Sadly, they're going to have to kind of put things on hold for a bit. We'll have our Sunday services live streamed on YouTube at 10 a.m. And maybe parenthetically, I would just really encourage you to take time to sit down and watch. If your family situation allows, just try to watch on Sundays at 10 a.m. Set yourself a pattern. Now, if your family situation doesn't allow, and just try to make a point of watching that service maybe later in the day, maybe later in the week. Because I think now, even more than ever, it's really important to stay connected and to stay connected to the people, the church, the community, the fellowship that you're part of. And we have to make an effort to do that. And so to reiterate, the church is not closed. We, the church, we're still going to talk on the phone. We the church, we're still going to continue to be in prayer for one another, for our community, for our province, for the world. We, the church, are still going to, in our context, we're going to rejoice with those who rejoice. We're going to mourn with those who mourn. And I really appreciated, some of you had a chance to be here earlier this week at our congregational meeting. I really appreciated how Clarence acknowledged the losses that we've experienced due to COVID. But he also, I thought, did a really good job of pointing out how God's hand has been upon us in so many ways during this time. And he listed something. We've had Megan serving in our church for such a time as this. It's been a blessing. We've had Andrew and Brad who keep tweaking the audio and the video parts of our online services, hoping that our eye will appear or sound better than in real life. To little effect, but anyways, they keep great efforts that they've put in. And we've gone online before, and with God's help, we're going to be able to do it again. If you in particular have any questions or concerns about our COVID safety plan or anything related to that, just talk to me, talk to Clarence, talk to anybody on our church council. We'd love to have that conversation. Yes, there are some uncertainties ahead. What's Christmas going to look like? When can we gather in person again? Can we still feel this kind of communion of the saints, this fellowship, from afar? And I guess I just want to offer this as an encouragement and a challenge. And one of the encouragements is, and one of the encouragements, and one of the challenges is this question. Will we look for God's hand? Will we look to see God's hands in things, right? Will we show others that God's hand is still mighty? And will we be God's outstretched hand for those who can't quite see God's movement? And then this, right? This morning, we met as a men's prayer group, probably for the last time in a few weeks. And we read through the Bible. We're reading through the Bible. We're in 2 Corinthians 4 as one of our passages. And I just picked a couple of verses randomly from 2 Corinthians 4, verse 1. Therefore, since through God's mercy we have this ministry, we do not lose heart. And then at verse 4, the God of this age has blinded the minds of unbelievers so that they cannot see the light of the gospel that displays the glory of Christ, who is the image of God. And then the last verse of the chapter, so we fix our eyes, not on what is seen, but on what is unseen. Since what is seen is temporary, but what is unseen is eternal. And I was reminded of this song this morning, and I hope it fits. I won't sing it. You had to suffer through my singing on a recording recently. Turn your eyes upon Jesus. Look full in his wonderful face, and the things of earth will grow strangely dim in the light of his glory and grace. The peace of Christ be with you all.